Hello and welcome to this edition of HMG Aero Reels with me, editor of Regional Gateway Chloe Greenbank. And today I'm joined by Montee Fiely, Head of Strategic Engagement at Synect, the airport experience makers. Montee, if we can talk about Synect, it's known for taking a content-first approach to airport signage and passenger equipment. But can you explain what that really means in practice and how it sets you apart from more traditional digital signage providers?
Yes. Well, first off, appreciate the time. Thanks for spending this little bit of time with me today. I can answer that. When we talk about content first, it is at a high level, and the tagline we say is strategy before screens. In the airport industry, for decades, the digital screen, the digital display has kind of been dominated for two uses. Really, flight information display, FIDs, your trip information, and advertising. And essentially that was due to technology limitations and really what you could do with the software platforms. So the emergence of content management systems, or CMS as we call it, you just have so much more, so much more powerful, and it really raises the bar at what you can do with digital content. And so, but because of that, content has not been recognized as a need for decades in these systems. So the industry is just not aware. So we are focused on this message, which should help educate everyone in the industry, airports, airlines, vendors, consultancies, every like that. With the tools we have today, content is really the important piece of the digital signage system. And that takes strategy. And what we mean by that is you have to understand and think about what you're going to do with the content, how you're engaging your passengers during their journey, all the various touch points. If done correctly, that strategy can lead to desired results. So for instance, using digital content to influence behavior of passengers when they're in concession areas. Maybe you make them hungry. Maybe you're advising them of different things that they could purchase that are nearby, and it could trigger an action for them to do so. So there's a lot that goes into it. It is a science, and at Synect, we take it very seriously. We lead with content strategy, or strategy before screens, because it really is how airports, airlines, anyone investing in a digital ecosystem in their facility, this is how you're going to maximize your ROI, by realizing the importance of the digital content and how it's used.
Okay, brilliant. And in terms of the tangible benefits that this approach brings, can you share some examples of where you've seen measurable improvements in satisfaction, efficiency, or revenue for airports?
The value to the stakeholders, the tangible benefits are numerous. So if done properly, the various stakeholders within the organization commit to content strategy, they can do a number of things. But if you think about the pain points in a passenger's journey, what's causing that? When we go through a content strategy engagement about understanding your passengers' needs, your stakeholders' needs, and then the physical constraints of the environment, if you put all that together, and then you can focus on tangible benefits. For example, a family with their children traveling on holiday, approaching a security checkpoint. Is that an exciting time? No. That is a stressful time, okay? And you can, if done properly, digital content can be used to de-stress that passenger. You're giving them the information they need, you're helping them calm down, they know what to expect, they build confidence, and as long as they can keep the children in control, it's a fairly painless experience. Versus the opposite. If you're not engaging them with the right content there, they're frantic. They maybe don't know which lane to go into. They still are worried about when their flight is departing. They don't know how long the wait is. You can check all those boxes with digital content, and CX experience and the different KPIs that we rate passenger experience with. You should see improvement. So that's what we talk about, tangible benefits. And then using that content throughout their journey, you can improve the customer experience throughout the journey. You can do things like I mentioned earlier, setting goals to improve concessions revenues in certain areas. You can do that. And there's just a number of things. If done correctly, that content that you're engaging your passenger with can drive their behavior. And if you drive that behavior toward tangible benefits, that's a win. And that can be done. And we help our clients do all of that.
Yeah, it's about as good kind of back to that seamless passenger experience, isn't it? Just making sure everything kind of flows as it should do. And The Synect Passenger 360 tool, you've kind of touched on it there, as a next generation digital content management system. Have you seen any particular impact with how that technology is affecting passenger flow or passenger behaviours at airports between big major international hubs and some of the smaller regional airports?
Absolutely. The content management system, the CMS, in which we call Passenger 360, it is the most airport-centric CMS. It's evolved inside of this space. It's been evolving for over 10 years. We help our clients, our airports, solve problems by building additional feature function. This is not a CMS for hospitality. This is not a CMS for educational, these other niche verticals. We are 100% focused on helping airports, airlines, the aviation centric organizations with their operation through our CMS. And we do that twofold. The solution is the software, that's one, but the other part of the solution is our creative studio, right? We've got our own little mini Disney Pixar where we have creative talents, 20 plus, creating the digital contents that our airports buy and use. And the advantages we've seen over the year are immense. I mean, if you look at Orlando International Airport in Florida, they've been with us a decade, close to a decade, and not only investing in the CMS platform, but really investing in content strategy and creating literally an experience. People just love what they're doing in Orlando. They've created a brand, and they've elevated their brand through the use of digital content on their CMS. We do similar things, but it's scalable. We work with smaller airports like ABE or Lehigh Valley in Pennsylvania, a recent win in Wyoming at RKS. They are through the CMS and through the use of content strategy and the right digital content, they're boosting CX scores, increasing throughputs. If you look at ABE, the security checkpoint, that's where they started with us. The digital content there that they use gives the information that the passengers need right there. They've got real-time wait times. They've got a big video wall that's very legible and easy to see, that's telling them what to take out of their bags, what's acceptable, what's not, just reinforcing that their passengers have the right information. So yes, I mean, all of our clients that use the Passenger 360 CMS and are allowing us to help them advise them on content strategy and using digital content, they're all seeing improvements in multiple areas of the operation.
Excellent. And you've kind of spoken there about how your solutions cover the entire journey from check-in through to boarding and everything in between. But how are you working with the airports then to ensure that each of those touch points with those screens is managed both effectively and it's engaging for passengers?
Yeah, that's exciting. I call it Synect everywhere. That's how I've kind of coined it, because really any digital canvas that the operation uses anywhere, indoor, outdoor, no matter where that is, the CMS can drive and manage that content. And that's a big change. In the past, FIDS systems typically drove screens inside the airport. And actually your digital ecosystem was siloed. FIDS systems drove FIDS screens. Advertising systems drew advertising screens. Outdoor roadway signage usually has some software by the LED manufacturer. But you've got a number of now siloed systems that the IT organization has to manage, which is cumbersome, costly, and disjointed and inefficient. So when we talk about Synect everywhere, no matter what the digital canvas is, the CMS can drive and manage that content. So all of your IDs, your FIDS, BIDs, GIDs, and so on, it can manage advertising assets. We're looking at a big project, 2 big projects right now, going out and managing all digital content inside of the Conrax or the consolidated rental car facilities for a couple of big airports. Toll booth LEDs. And this really eliminates those silos, but gives you greater control over all of those canvases and eliminates the silos. You can use a screen for any type of content for your passengers and doing things like seasonal touches. So you can still have your dedicated FIDS and roadway, but you could also, if it's fall or winter, you could have backdrops that symbolize the season, or you're promoting sense of place, the surrounding area. You can have those types of touches on any screen in any type of content. You're still delivering your customers what they need, the information they need, but you can also do it in a way where you're promoting personalization, you're promoting your brand, all of those things.
Okay, and then Synect also hinted at offering new offerings for its content management system, whether it's content tailored for rental car centres or additional multilingual capabilities and focus solutions for much larger sporting events, perhaps when passengers are coming to or from an airport. But how do these innovations help airports prepare for growth in passenger traffic and enhance that overall passenger experience?
Wow, that could be a very long-winded answer, so I'll keep it as short as I possibly can. There's a lot of new enhancements and things. I mean, I can talk about the security checkpoint and the checkpoint of the future discussions and things that we're bringing AI in to improve the operation at a checkpoint. But I think the one I'll touch on right now is something that a lot of conversations around helping airports prepare for planned surges, major events, FIFA, Super Bowl, all of these things. A lot of discussions around that. And what we tell them and what we can help them with, let's focus on the experience. Let's create experiences for those surges, right? Airports can create a very unique experience through digital content they're going to leverage the global spotlight that's on this event, and they're going to create a unique experience as people are moving in and coming in and then departing through their facility. But if you think about it as a unique experience themed around the surge, there's amazing things you can do if you get ahead of it. Because again, it could be just a basic operational feature function. They might need additional screening lanes, or they might need additional real estate and need to reroute people other ways. You can do all that with digital content in a temporary fashion. Doesn't require a lot of construction and a lot of the things that kind of become roadblocks when you're looking at temporary scenarios. And it's actually pretty awesome. I mean, you think about some of the things you can do at a larger venue, preparing for a major event. You take FIFA, for instance. You could have all your FID screens and your ad screens and going out curbside and wherever, but you could have a soccer ball flying through there behind the scenes and still not disrupt the content, right? Again, it's unique experience, set themselves apart, because a lot of these cities are very proud to be a part of these events and to be that focal point of arrival departure for the people coming in and leaving. And they want to up the bar. They want to be remembered. These things get noticed. They get press. They get picked up on social media, and it's all about elevating that brand for that particular airport or facility. So I think one of the biggest ones right now is helping airports think bigger with digital content than just running the operation. It's create experiences, and it could be around an event. It could also just be. It doesn't have to be something so much there. It could be creating experiences around surrounding place. But all of this, we talk to it in using content to create experiences. So
great, Montee. I'm looking forward to the Synect experience next time I travel through an airport. But thank you very much for your time today.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much as well. Appreciate it.